Basically, just we could probably practice very little, and when we get into the qualifying race, race pretty hard, but race smart. Try to take care of the car, not have hopefully not have to pull out a backup, and see how well we can do. You'd love to win that race and set a statement going into the 500 give the team some confidence and get the sponsors a little extra coverage and get everybody in good spirits for the Sunday.
All right, we'll start and take some questions. We'll go Bruce, Viv, and Lee.
Bruce Martin with SI.com. We've seen this tactic used more in the past at places like Talladega with pack racing, where like the good cars will often go hang out in the back for a while. Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson both said with this particular package, you can't really afford to do that. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't really think about it. I want to go up and win the race, so I don't really think about it.
Let's go Viv, Lee, and then Terry Blunt.
I just don't spend a lot of time thinking about riding in the back. I don't waste a minute of the day doing that. I mean, I understand. I know what you're trying to ask me, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion about it. I think you could do it. If that's something you wanted to do, I think it would work. But I don't plan on doing it. I never really plan on doing it. Really, you make that kind of decision. It may sound like we make that decision, prior to the race, but you make it really during the race when something happens or you see something happen that you don't like and you're like, man, these guys are probably going to wreck. I don't want to be right up behind it. I can't get around them because the tracks, they're 4-3 wide or whatever. So you move back, a couple hundred yards. But I think it's bad. I think it's poor judgment to think about it. Me personally, I think it's poor judgment to think about it during the week because you're not thinking about what you need to do to win the race. You're thinking about running. Going backwards, it's something I want to concentrate on.
Let's go.
Are there some times where guys wait too long to try to make
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not good at riding in the back because I've never made it back to the front at the right time, So me and Jimmy have tried to do that the last couple trips with, when the tandem was all you did all day long and didn't get to the front. When it came time to go to the front, we were either not fast enough or they were too far ahead or the track was too blocked. We were behind too many cars. So I don't think I've ever used that style and made it work for me. So
let's go Viv, Lee, and then Terry Blunt. Go ahead, Viv.
Viv Bernstein, New York Times. I was wondering if you saw any parallels between Tony Stewart's record at Daytona and your father's, and as well as Tony, do you think it wears on him that he hasn't been able to win the 500?
Parallels? I mean, not really. I don't know how many. I think Daddy's won 30-something races here, and I don't know who's close to that or who would be next or whatever. But I was real happy when I won the 500 because it happened so early in my career, and I know other drivers aside from my father as well who had to wait a long time to win that race, and some who never won it. And that was probably one of the biggest reliefs about the whole deal was, that I did get my, Daytona 500 win, and I wasn't going to have to keep coming back and wondering when it was going to happen, if it was going to happen. And it's a very frustrating deal. Tony's come down here with a lot of great race cars, and he's talented, plenty talented enough to know how to win this race, and things just haven't worked out for whatever reason in each circumstance. So I think that his talent will carry him for so many more years, and I think he'll be in enough competitive race cars to have plenty more chances to win it. So the odds are really good for him, compared to other people in the field. So I wouldn't get too concerned or worried about it if I were him. it'll eventually come about.